It really looked rough for the Raptors the first few games of the season, but it looks like the Raptors are great again. With us seeing individual great performances from some of the core players, and with the team buying into Coach Rajakovic's philosophy. Rajakovic places emphasis on increased ball movements and less isolation play in favor of a free-flowing offense, and we've seen that pay dividends for this team. They're not only top 10 in passes per game and second in assists per game at the time of this recording, but they're also third in assist points created, our first in assist to turnover ratio, and our top 10 in offensive rating. What's also surprising is that the Raptors are a top 10 three-point shooting team in terms of percentage, a big jump from their bottom 10 placements that they've had in the 2024 and 2025 seasons. Whether or not this maintains or not, the Toronto Raptors are generating good looks, and Scottie Barnes himself is having a career year from the outside, shooting 42% on 4 3-point attempts a game, and his improvement from 3 is also testament to him improving upon his shot selection. He's cut down on those inefficient pull-up 3-point attempts, and the majority of his attempts this season have been catch-and-shoot attempts are much better looks on the floor. He's not only having a career year from 3, but he's genuinely looking like the best version of himself, which is saying a lot given that this man has been an all-star in the past. This season, he's dominating on all facets of the game. That's really a scary sight for the NBA. He was uncharacteristically abysmal as a transition scorer last season, placing in just the 21st percentile. But through the first 12 games of the 2026 season, he's in the 86th percentile while generating 1.44 points per possession. And as for the other ways in which he impacts the game, well, he's a Swiss Army knife. He's among the league leaders in deflections, blocks, steals, and looks like an all-defensive caliber player this season. Against the Grizzlies and Bucks, he had back-to-back games where he had a total of 6 stocks. In each of those games, trying to turn around what was a horrid start on the defensive end for this Raptors team. He's gained a reputation for being an impactful defender in the past, and he really uses his 7'3" wingspan to his advantage in taking on different matchups. He's good positionally, is a good help defender and underrated rim protector, and gets steals and deflections that generate transition opportunities for the Toronto Raptors. When Scottie keeps it simple and operates off the catch, operates as a roller or slip screens, gets downhill, and takes quality looks from behind the three-point line, the Raptors really do get the best out of him, and he becomes even more adaptable with both Brandon Ingram and RJ Barrett. Before we continue, be sure to drop a like on the video as that makes a massive difference for the channel and push this video out to more people. Don't forget to sub to the channel for even more content like this. So, one fact I love about this start to the season is that Scottie Barnes, Brandon Ingram, and RJ Barrett are playing well as a trio. They've been very effective on the floor together, and Brandon Ingram is living up to the expectations that people had for him after he was acquired before the 2025 NBA trade deadline. All time, he's actually third in most points scored by a Raptor in the first 10 games with the franchise, only trailing behind Kawhi Leonard and Rudy Gay, and he's been a much-needed presence in the half-court and as a self-creator, and someone who can initiate the offense. The rationale for the Ingram trade was that he could make the Raptors a competitive team as a 3-level scorer, and he's doing just that. He's a mid-range shooting threat who's shooting over 50% on pull-up 2-point shots, aided by his ability to get to his spots, create space, and hit some tough shots such as fadeaway jumpers. The 3-point shooting has been inconsistent to start this season, but his playmaking and quick decision-making in the half-court also play a factor as to why the Raptors' half-court offense has drastically improved from last season, and he's shown activity on the defensive end as well. As for RJ, well, he's been great as a finisher this season, is more efficient in his in-between game than in previous seasons. Bumped up his free throw shooting that was atrocious last year at 63%, and was shooting nearly 40% from 3 prior to that notorious Brooklyn Nets game where he went 0 for 7 from 3 and took an efficiency dip overall when he shot 6 for 21 from the field. I completely get why people weren't completely sold on RJ, given his inconsistencies, the improvement he's needed to have in terms of his creation ability and as an off-ball defender, and the fact that the Raptors are pretty expensive with their top 4 earners, but I think that he's been solid to start this season. So, Immanuel Quickley. Quickley is another one of those guys where people thought was grossly overpaid since they didn't believe that he was a creative enough playmaker or lead creator to be a starting point guard. And man, those people did have ammo to start this season. IQ had a nightmare start where he couldn't hit the side of a barn, shooting just 39% from the field and just 28% from 3 on 5 attempts a game. However, he's since turned it around over the last 5 games, shooting an ultra-efficient 53% from the field and 47% from 3 on nearly 8 3-point attempts a game. Quickley is invaluable to this team, especially due to his proficiency behind the 3-point line, and when he's knocking down those pull-up attempts, operating well as a pick-and-roll ball handler, and making quick decisions on the ball, there's a reason he's been a net positive on the floor over those 5 games. Those are the core 4 of this Raptors team, but it's safe to say that there are other contributors as well. For starters, Colin Murray-Boyles has been pretty good when he's seen the floor this season. He's just a rookie, and his floor wasn't to be someone who could just check in a game and be a spark plug off the bench. Rather, at 6'7" with just over a 7-foot wingspan, this was practically the most Toronto Raptor lottery pick you can ever think of. A player with length who's very versatile on the defensive end. The defensive chops that he's shown across different matchups across his rookie season thus far have been incredible, and statistically, he's placed well among the top rookies in this class in terms of field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, although on a smaller volume, steals, and blocks. Grady Dick has been hitting shots from the outside. Mamu has been a threat from the outside in the front court. Jakob Poeltl appeared to be moving in quicksand to start this season due to his back issues, but he just put together his most productive game this season against the Cleveland Cavaliers, where he had 20 points and 7 boards in a win. And even Jamal Shed has provided solid minutes off the bench at that guard position. At the time of this recording, the Raptors have won back-to-back games, including an impressive game against the Cleveland Cavaliers on the road. They looked vastly improved from where they started the season, and have shown that they can be competitive. However, this is what we should have expected from this Raptors team. You don't acquire a player of the caliber of Brandon Ingram and pay all of RJ Barrett, Scottie Barnes, and Immanuel Quickley all that money just to be a mediocre team. They have the talent to do good things in the Eastern Conference. They play a fun, exciting brand of basketball that should translate to even more success throughout the regular season, and I still do see them as a playoff team by season's end. And for selfish reasons, I just love seeing Jurassic Park's playoff atmosphere, where hundreds or even thousands of people are lined up outside of Jurassic Park and watching the game. With that being said, let me know your thoughts on the Toronto Raptors and just how good you feel them to be in the Eastern Conference. Given how productive their offense has been thus far and names that they have on the roster, do you think that this team can be a legitimate team in the Eastern Conference? What are your thoughts on Scottie Barnes and his chances of making an All-NBA or All-Defensive team? And also, who's been the team's most surprising performer thus far? Let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure to drop a like on the video as that makes a massive difference. Be sure to sub for more content like this, turn on notifications, and as usual, guys, stay blessed. Have a nice day.